Ukrainian spy chief says 11,000 North Korean soldiers to fight against Ukraine. Zelensky denies plans to restore nuclear weapons in Ukraine, and how Ukrainian forces advance near Toretsk and Pokrovsk in Donetsk region. The latest news next. Kirill Budanov, head of Ukraine's defense intelligence, has confirmed that approximately 11,000 North Korean infantry troops are currently being trained in Russia's east. They are expected to be ready for combat against Ukraine by the 1st of November, reported by Budanov in an interview with the War Zone. About details, the chief of the Ukrainian Special Service noted that these troops are expected to be ready for combat starting the 1st of November, using Russian equipment and ammunition. The first unit of 2,600 soldiers will be deployed in the Kursk region. As for the further movement of the remaining North Korean troops, no information is available at this time. We currently don't have the full picture, Budanov added. The Institute for the Study of War has reported progress by Ukrainian forces in the vicinity of Toretsk and Pokrovsk in the Donetsk region, while also observing Russian advances within Russia's Kursk region and around Chasiv Yar, Pokrovsk and Kurakhove, also in the Donetsk region, reported by ISW. About details, ISW notes that Ukrainian forces have recently reclaimed territory within Toretsk as Russian offensives persist in the area. Footage released on the 15th of October confirms that Ukrainian troops have regained positions in the heart of the war-ravaged city. At the same time, Russian forces reportedly pursued offensive operations near Toretsk, south of Toretsk near Nelipivka, west of Toretsk near Sherbinivka, and southwest of Toretsk near Sukhabalka on the 16th and the 17th of October. ISW also reports that Russian forces have made recent advances southeast of Pokrovsk, while Ukrainian forces have pushed forward east of the city. Geolocation data from the 17th of October reveals that Russian troops operating southeast of Pokrovsk gained ground in eastern Lysivka, west of Novogrodivka, captured a water treatment facility to the west of Novogrodivka, and advanced along a windbreak southwest of Selidovo. At the same time, geolocation footage released on the 17th of October indicates that Ukrainian forces have recently regained minor positions near Mykolaiivka, east of Pokrovsk, and west of Grodivka. Meanwhile, Russian troops have advanced to the western side of the Ukrainian salient in Russia's Kursk region. Geolocation footage from the 17th of October shows Russian troops progressing south of Zeleny Shlях, southeast of Korenevo. ISW also reports Russian advances within and southeast of the settlements of Chasiv Yar and Kurakhove in Donetsk region. Russian forces attacked Ukraine with 135 loitering munitions on the night of the 17th, 18th of October. Ukrainian air defense units have shot down 80 drones, 44 others disappeared from radar. 2 entered Belarus, and about 10 UAVs are still in Ukrainian airspace. Combat operations continue, reported by Ukraine Air Force on Telegram.
The Air Force's air surveillance troops have detected and tracked 135 enemy drones as of 8:30. The aerial attack is being repelled by aircraft, anti-aircraft missile units, electronic warfare units, and mobile fire groups from Ukraine's Air Force and other branches of the country's defense forces.
About details, Ukrainian air defense units have destroyed 80 Russian UAVs in Odessa, Sumy, Cherkasy, Kiev, Zhytomyr, Kirovograd, Chernihiv, Poltava, Khmelnytskyi, Rivne, Kharkiv, Kherson, Volyn, and Vinnytsia regions. The Ukrainian Air Force notes that 44 other Russian drones have disappeared from radar to crossed into Belarus, and up to 10 UAVs are still in the airspace of the center of Ukraine. Officials in U.S. President Joe Biden's administration have stated that there is currently no consensus among NATO members to extend an invitation to Ukraine to join the alliance, though the U.S. is pushing for its partners to demonstrate the same urgency and level of contributions in supporting Ukraine as the United States, reported by a senior official from the U.S. administration during a briefing on Biden's upcoming visit to Germany, as reported by the White House.
There's a discussion amongst NATO allies about an invitation. There is no consensus at this time to offer Ukraine an invitation. But as you know, at the NATO summit just, a couple months ago, in mid-July, all 32 allies affirmed that Ukraine is on an irreversible path to membership. So the question is about the tactics of how to encourage that path and how to gain consensus on the next steps.
About details, the official stated that President Biden wants Ukraine to win, and we're going to resource this effort appropriately. That's why the president called for this leader-level meeting of the Ukraine Defense Contact Group, or what's been called the Ramstein Summit. And that meeting will be held in the near future to elicit the same sort of urgency and contributions from some of our allies and partners so that we can sustain this, he said. The Biden administration representative also mentioned that there is an active conversation about the different elements of Ukraine's victory plan, specifically referencing work on issues related to minerals, though no details were provided. He stressed that the US wants Ukraine to win the war against Russia, adding that there is a lot at stake.
The urgency of the moment is certainly appreciated, which is why the president is leading this effort to supply Ukraine with the equipment that it needs, and to, frankly, take seriously all of the elements that are being proposed by the Ukrainians, and to work with them on a strategy to secure their victory in this war. Putin knows that time is not on his side, that time is, in fact, on Ukraine's side, and that we will stand with Ukraine and give it what it needs to prevail.
About details, the official confirmed that on Friday, the 18th of October, Biden will meet in Germany with Chancellor Olaf Scholz, French President Emmanuel Macron, and UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer. President Volodymyr Zelensky has stated that Ukraine has no intention of restoring its nuclear arsenal, addressing a comment he made earlier during a meeting with Donald Trump, reported by Zelensky at a press conference with NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte in Brussels. About details, the president emphasized that Ukraine never said that we are preparing to create nuclear weapons or something like this.
I said that when the Budapest Memorandum was signed by very honorable and powerful nuclear countries, it was written that Ukraine gives up its nuclear weapons, and these very respected countries, at that time including Russia, China, and the US, would ensure our territorial integrity and sovereignty.
He recalled that the Budapest Memorandum did not protect Ukraine from Russian military aggression. This means that it's not a very good umbrella for our security. That is why I said I have no alternative except NATO. That was my signal, but we don't create nuclear weapons, Zelensky stressed. About details, following Zelensky's remarks, Rutte added that Ukraine will be in NATO, and until that happens, we will make sure that Ukraine has everything it needs to prevail. That's all for today. Thanks for watching this video. Like and subscribe.